Say good morning, Fergus. Fergie. Fergus. There you go. Sweet boy. Good morning. He's my favorite little garden helper. Some herbs that I haven't gotten around, well, I haven't planted yet. And like I said, please forgive the mess. I don't have a weed eater at this time. Here's my herb garden, or yeah, along with the gladiola. No, that's not a glad. That's an iris, actually, from Nana's house. I'm super happy. Again, forgive the junk. This is a wonderful little olive tree. I forget which specimen. I'll have to look that up. Here again, some more Mediterranean style herbs. This is mostly filled with gravel and some sand, so the soil's not very good, but it's good enough for the wonderful rosemary and the other, the curly parsley and the sweet basil that's there. We also here have some lemon thyme that's doing quite well. So I feel like I should explain this mound of chaos is essentially what it is. When we had our patio put in, the gentlemen were going to haul away the dirt, and I said, oh, please don't. I knew I was going to do a bunch of raised garden beds at some point, and thought that would be the best thing to do, is why buy dirt when I already have our own. These are what's left of the springtime daffodils. They were a beautiful pale buttery yellow. Very happy. The curliness that you see here, that's what was left of the fantastic, I mean, just royal purple tulips. They were so lovely and so beautiful. This is some sort of hydrangea bush that Rodney has planted. I have no idea what species, which it is. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm going to be in complete shock. Everything on it's practically new growth. These four very tall, slender sticks with leaves is exactly what they were when I first picked them up. My Aunt Sarah was gracious enough to share them with me, and had also shared several with cousins. These were Rose of Sharon from my Nana's home, and I'm super thrilled to see what color they come into in full bloom. The intention is they will be moved. I have one large garden bed to create, and those will be moved into the four corners of it. This is what's left of some very spent and very tired Dutch blue irises. Here's another collection of the clumping. They were so beautiful and so delicate and ever so steady. And I love the combination of blues and yellows. And we just happen to have these wildflowers growing so lovely. I'm so pleased. Here, again, you'll see are some beautiful bearded iris, also that my Aunt Sarah was gracious enough to share with me, and also some of my other cousins received some as well. So I don't feel like I was being selfish and taking anything. But they've just started early, and they've kept a steady spot of beauty in the garden. These are some iris that a neighbor was sharing and shared with us. And this actually has drainage holes in it. I didn't know where to put them, and I knew I would be disassembling this mound of chaos over the next year or so. You can see where it's already begun, and I've used it to fill most of the raised planter boxes or pots in the yard. It's a fantastic boxwood. I actually thought it was maybe a soft touch holly at first, but it actually is not. And then here we have some honeysuckle yet to be planted. And this is and we're in a zone 7B, so I'm kind of happy to see some of the much greenery here. In the corner, which is kind of trying to spiral up all along the fence line, is yet another of the American, I think it's called Amethyst Falls wisteria, that I planted. And this bed last summer was planted out with my dahlias, and they were super fantastic. And surprise, One of them was even a dinner plate size dahlia, and she was big and beautiful, and I think yellow. I'm so happy. Yellow is such a beautiful color in the garden, at least to me, and it makes me very happy to see it there. And so I had bought, I thought, 15 gladiolus bulbs. I believe they were some shade of purple, and I thought, well, I forgot to dig up all of the dahlia tubers from last year, so I thought, well, this corner is going to need something. So while it looks very congested, and I take responsibility for that, imagine my surprise whenever I saw the dahlias returning. And also there's this Asiatic flower that apparently was in some of the dirt that some of the tubers came with, because it's also taken over in the garden bed. And at first I thought, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's such a beautiful ground cover inside of the raised bed that I'm actually kind of okay with it. So I think that's wonderful, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a wonderful with those pale blue flowers it has, and something later on the summer to kind of see what emerges.